Hi everyone, you're watching Genre FX. In this video, I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. We'll have a look at main pairs, important levels, and possible entry points. And as usual, we'll start with euro dollar. Actually, this week I didn't have that many trades. We still end up with the profitable week, but for me it was about 100 and something plus in profits. And the week was a little bit emotional because of what is happening in the UK, as you know, because I'm also not just Russian but also British, and of course the situation in the UK is important for me because I also need to know what's going to happen. And so I had not that many trades and tried to pretty much stay away. And plus on top of this, I had some problem with the lights, electricity cuts, and also missed some trades on Friday. So, but overall, still end up with profit anyway. So, and what we're going to see this week. So this week is, well, last week was more concentration on the pound, of course. This week more concentration on euro because there will be ECB rate decision this week, and then commentary, obviously, about the economy. So I think this is going to be the main moving, except it's going to be on Thursday, and also some news for American dollar because the week after this one for US dollar will be rate decision, and the market will probably be looking at economical figures to actually figure out if the interest rate is going to change or not, because it looks like that still Donald Trump is wants to change interest rate law, but the Fed doesn't want to. So that's quite an also uncertainty of what can happen. And so if looking at euro dollars, we are starting from this week. This what happened. So first, actually, it's started with the dropping, and whole week it was going up, obviously based on a little bit of weak for American dollar news, and a bit more positive news for pound. And so now we are kind of in a little bit of consolidation, and pretty much still for Europe, the possible interest rate will be changed to more negative. And but depends obviously what they're going to say afterwards, right? The commentary. So pretty much in that situation, I would have more expected euro should possibly drop, right? Just like I was expecting pound to drop too, with all this chaos and what is happening. So we do have a little bit of channel, let's say, consolidation. You can see a little bit of side on at this moment. So of course this would be the area to look at, and until Thursday it's still like a little bit few days. So obviously pair possibly with some a little bit more positive news with Brexit, it might go a little bit up, and then maybe it will have find its consolidation around this area, because as you remember, the euro dollar is in a bit of the channel, which is not breaking still at this point. So that's why it can possibly go to this area once again to have consolidation, and then obviously with the Thursday news, it can either turn around and continue the way down. That would be, for me, the euro going down is a little bit more. I would see it more this way than to continue going up. So that's why, if for example from here we will see if there will be consolidation, I will be looking to place my orders in this area. So that's the possible entry points I'm telling you. If from here we will go up, that would be the next area to look for the possible entry points, because obviously with the commentary good positive, it can continue way up. Or if there will be not very positive commentary, I can see it going back down. And obviously from here, if it will go down to this area, so I will see consolidation around this area, and obviously looking for placing orders the same, either going up or breaking finally and continue the way down. So that's pretty much what I will be looking in for euro dollars. That's the options. Pound, so that's like I was saying to you, we actually first you see pound drop. This is where we actually had, that's one of the trades I had with all the pound pairs, and they will all come out with profits. And then you can see how sharp pound turned around. And so that's like I'm saying, I still didn't see a possibilities of placing the orders buy. We all were looking. I was looking only for placing the possible orders sell only, but I decided, like I was telling you, after this turning, I decided just to stay away and see, because what I was worried about, I was worried that because of this situation, gaps could happen, and if the gap would have happened, you could have been trapped. It's like very huge jump or something, maybe sleeperages, big. It could have been possibly in here, so that's why I didn't want us to be trapped in some really bad trades. And like I'm saying, because in things like that, pound could have jump or drop, who knows, without any good price, and then it's not good, because when it's a gap, the stop loss is not guaranteed. So that's why I was a bit worried about it and decided to, after it's turned around, to stay away. Pretty much, obviously, I think just like Boris Johnson, I didn't expect that would happen with the situation right now, that pretty much Parliament disabled MP. He can't, a Prime Minister, and he can't do very much. And I think the players, traders in the market just decided to have an advantage of it and just decided to go for it, correction. So you see now Parliament voted that UK cannot get out from EU Brexit without no deal. So they kind of blocked it, and they actually made it as a law, and they want extension now if there will be no deal, because Boris Johnson still has to negotiate a possible deal with the EU, and so they made the law, if there will be no deal, then UK can't come out without no deal, and they would have to have an extension until January 2020. So, and Boris Johnson is trying to fight it, but pretty much right now they made it clear that it's going to be impossible for him to do so. So that's why you see the pound actually went up and up, thinking that it's positive news. But to be honest, what was my mixed understanding, and I still can't understand how he can see a positive in it, because Boris Johnson still can resign, get a little bit closer to the exit point, which is 31st of October, and he can just resign before it, as far as I understand, and then everything what Parliament agreed and voted for is not going to apply, and obviously UK still can get out without a deal. And that's what I see as a risk. I believe that can happen. So that's why I still see pound is a bit a risk of trading. Like I'm saying, if it moves like this sharply, it's very nice. It's very good to go for with our system and with my EA, but I'm just only scared of gaps. I'm worried that could be gaps. So this week, obviously on Monday, they are going to vote again, because Boris Johnson obviously asked for early election, and obviously MPs don't want elections. So this, to be honest, when I watch the TV, it sounds like children play on playground, and we want to do this, we want to do that, and then it comes to the votes. No, we don't want to do that, we don't want to do this. I'm just like confused myself what exactly they're trying to achieve, and why they don't let just Boris Johnson to finish his job. Because I think everybody tired to not knowing what is happening, what to expect, and how to plan the future. It also affects me, like I'm saying, because I also need to know what to do next and how is it going to be for me. So that's why it's a little bit emotional, and obviously when you're emotional, it's better not to go into trades, weird trades, okay? So that's why we will see. But this week, on Monday, they're going to have a last vote, so possibly I would say they're probably going to vote no. I think it's about what election, right? No election, and possibly pound might just continue the way up. So I don't know if I would want to go in or not. We will see if there will be any good opportunities, because obviously after that Parliament should be suspended, and up until October sometime, right? Well, 14th or 15th of October, when should be Queen's speech. And I have no idea what's going to happen during that time. Probably negotiations. to get a deal with EU, maybe some other deals with other countries, and I would think probably that's what I was expecting this week. The pound I thought will drop at least to this level, a previous bottom, and then just would go in for consolidation before a next clarity. Okay, so instead you see it's jump based on this kind of news, so taking advantage of it, and I presume that pound will go into consolidation again, so maybe in a little bit just higher range. Okay, if I was previously thought it will be around this area, then maybe this time it will just go and sit in consolidation a little bit higher. So that's what kind of at this moment, as you can see, like right here, right, we were kind of a little bit of previously, so possibly something in here, but just a bit higher, and we will sit and wait for the next what's going to happen. So there will be, of course, some economical news, and possibly it will have reactions on economical news, and but this moment I just like I'm saying, we are getting to this area. On Monday might go a little bit down to this level. Maybe it would be some consolidation around here, so I would possibly I will have a look at entry points, and like I'm saying, expecting either go here, and maybe here we will go in correction, maybe it will actually go down. Obviously what I expect is just looking at all the also pound pairs, if they will actually finally vote for election, then still pound should go down. If they will try to block it, so that's what I can think, that pound might go up again. So that's the view on the pound. Like I'm saying, it's very uncertain, very chaotic at this point. So that's like I'm saying, to be honest, with all of this, what's happening, it should really definitely just go down. But obviously people think if Parliament blocked that Boris Johnson can't do anything, well, he still has this option to do so, and I think he will be willing to do so and try to get out on 31st of October. If he's not going to get a deal from Brussels and it's not going to be good, I think he's going to resign, and UK will come out on 31st anyway. So that's why that will be my thought, logical thought. Okay, so but you never know what's going to happen. So now we're going to dollar yen. Obviously, dollar yen had also a bit going down and going up a little bit, and it's actually trying to take an advantage on the news, China and US trade talkings again, back to calm and talkings on in October, so that's why yen got a little bit weaker, and dollar took an advantage and just went up a little bit. So obviously I think for before decision, I think on Friday, maybe you have to check out, there will be some possible comments from Fed, but obviously Fed at this moment commenting that he is not willing to change interest rates, but President wants him to. So kind of it's the possible reactions will be, some news will be on inflation on Thursday. Like I'm saying, Thursday is going to be quite a day for euro and dollar news, so possibly we will see dollar yen might go a little bit down, like just sitting, and it's still in the channel and might just have a bit of moving down a little bit and go inside as a correction in this downtrend channel. And so that's what I would be seeing, expecting, possibly waiting for it to move a little bit, and then go for possible consolidation with some news, what's the inflation news are going to be. So, and well, that's pretty much it at this moment. I don't think it's going to make very big movements until obviously the week after this, when we're going to have actually interest rate decision. So I can imagine that possibly the pair would just sit and continue and just reach to this area when it's going to be a little bit more of the news for the after this week. So of course possibly it can break down, and then we will see if it will go to the next level. So all the levels from the previous trades are still the same. Australian dollar also, you see, got finally after such a very big consolidation where I didn't even go for it at all, it's finally went up. Obviously with the US and China trade deal a bit softened, so it gave a bit strength to Australian dollar, obviously, so it went up, and right now the same waiting for with more news for American dollar and with the interest rates. So you see, obviously it didn't continue the way. It's inside this downtrend channel, so I decided not to go, except it had a bit of the strength to go down, but decided to go here. So I can see the next area possible here, consolidation, and then when I have some news for US and possibly it will continue the way up, or of course it can turn around because it's had a very good move up, so it needs a little bit of correction possibly. Maybe it will give a bit of a flag, bullish flag. We'll see, or the first area I would look at around here. So now going to dollar Canadian. Also, finally, dollar Canadian was in an uptrend channel, remember, and then it was a little bit stuck in here, didn't break it, where I was actually telling you, warning you that it does look like a possible finally turning around possibility, and a little bit better news for Canadian made the pair actually finally drop. So you can see, and so my next area would be, so I put it a little bit in downtrend channel. This is the area, hopefully it will go into this channel where I would be able also to place the orders, and it can go either again return, so it might just go in a side possible before the week after with the decision, and but with some a bit of the news of the American news, so of course it might, like I'm saying, and go into this channel possibly if it's in the downtrend. So I would see it's either will go up based on news or might continue the way down here inside it. So one or another options again here, and another option is if it will just go up here, then it might just sit in this area for before it will make a bit a better move. Okay, when it will be a little bit more clear if they're going to change interest rate or not. Pound yen is the same as a pound, obviously reaction. As you can see, first it dropped and then very sharply it's turned around. Obviously for pound yen even stronger because of advantage of the yen getting weaker, and obviously with all the news coming from the parliament, from the UK, it went, even jumped out of this channel. So kind of pretty much, and obviously now, like I'm saying, on Monday it might just have a bit of correction, consolidation, and with the news it might continue the way up, or obviously, like I'm saying right now, you can't really say. That's why it makes it so risky to trade, because you don't know what the outcome of the voting is going to be. Like I said, there are options, and maybe it will go into a little bit of correction before something else will come out. But as for Monday, possibly it will have a bit of consolidation, and then after voting results, it will make a possible move. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We will have a look, and euro pound is also in the same situation. Nothing really is unexpected. It jumped and turned around, and obviously it's at the same level where I was telling you about before. That's what I was expecting. You see, we've been here, and obviously after it's dropped, it didn't go too far and just got around it, and maybe we'll sit in here before any other updates with some news. So that's kind of this picture. And gold, decided I also wouldn't go for trades with gold, and you see, we still have from the previous video head and shoulders I was telling you about, and so that's pretty much is looking like head and shoulders, and gold is not trying to go higher. You see, this is where we were right here. It jumped, it didn't break that level, it tried to break it, obviously fools everyone, and then turned around. And so right now I would still looking into this position of creating head and shoulders. Okay, so that's why I presume it might just continue way down, and then it will give a shoulder, and possibly it will just trade in here, sit between in this area possibly until the next after this week before the Fed decision, rate decision. Okay, so I mean it's still a good quite wide area, so I would look for some consolidations, and possibly we will have a look into some trades around here, but that's what I think. That's what's going to happen this week, and then the week after it will either go as head and shoulders, right, and break, finally go down, obviously if they're not going to change interest rates, or it can give us just 3 waves. Okay, so it could be inside. I mean, okay, it's looking like an uptrend channel, so yes, it might right now looking like head and shoulders, but it might just reach the bottom right of the uptrend channel and then just jump up again and continue inside that and continue its way. So it's obviously, like I'm saying, with a quiet US and China trade deal, with the quietness is what been this week, and just based on American news and interest rate. So that's what I see. It's going to be smooth. Obviously, if there's something unexpected again, then you never know. If trade war again, then of course it will jump and will continue the way up. But I still would be more thinking that it should be a little bit more quiet for it, and then just give us a little bit of looking like a head and shoulder, and the week after it will finally make its final better, bigger move up or down. So that's my view on the market and my possible entries. Where are the areas to look at? And obviously, of course, in my membership site at patreon.com/JanFX, I will be making daily screenshots, so obviously you can join. And it's still beginning of the month, so which is best time to join, because it will be for the whole month, and the use of EA and the screenshots from me. So if you like the video, of course, don't forget to subscribe, like. See you next week, and happy trading. Bye.